If Mother Nature ever gives you any abdominal problems, or maybe you're having trouble in that area, believe me, this will definitely help. Welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. Joe for the Joe Wentz Project here. Welcome to my daily vlog. And what is today? Number 15? I think it's number 15, I believe. Yes, what you see up there is Christmas lights that I need to take down. They will be coming down soon. And yeah, you can say we're still in the Christmas spirit a little bit here at the Wentz household, but it won't be long. This stuff will be coming down, going in the building, and save it for next year. But I guess everybody knows by now about Debbie Reynolds, Carrie Fisher's mother. That's so sad. That's just, golly, man. That is just really, really sad. That's just, I was like, oh, God. So, I guess, bless her heart, she just couldn't take the stress, and that's understandable. It totally is. I don't know if you're familiar now. I'm in my mid 40s, so I don't know if anybody's familiar with what I'm about to talk about. If you're not familiar with it, just don't worry about it. Just you can tune in anyway, or you can tune out, whatever you want to do. But in the 70s, there was a show called Hollywood Squares, and there was a gentleman by the name of Paul Lynde. I always thought it was Lynn, just L-Y-N-N, Lynn. I thought it was Lynn for years. Growing up as a kid, but it's Lynde, L-Y-N-D-E. So he was a center square on that show. But the thing about Paul Lynde that I didn't realize is right before he left to go to California, after he had gotten out of high school and was in college and stuff, he had an older brother that was in the service. His older brother got killed, and then when his parents found out, that their son died, which is Paul Lynde's brother, the mother died, the next day, and then the father, he couldn't get over the shock of his wife dying, then he died. So Paul Lynde lost his whole family, 3 of his family members, which that was his immediate family, within 3 days. They was gone. So can you imagine? Golly, that's just crazy, man. It's just, but, sometimes things in life can throw us curveballs, give us things, and you have to come out the other side strong and conquer it. That's just the way it is. You have to be strong. You can't let that stuff swallow you up. You still have to live for yourself and your children or your family or whomever, yeah, so it's a shame. But anyway, let's see if we can do some different stuff. I don't want to make this a depressing vlog. I just wanted to pay tribute to Miss Debbie Reynolds a little bit. I wasn't really familiar with her work. I knew it was Carrie Fisher's mother, but I didn't know. I found out through another internet friend of mine that she was in Singing in the Rain, and I didn't know that, So, wow. You learn something new every day. So, let's go see what else we can get into. Stick around. If you remember in a couple of vlogs back, I showed you a pretty cool book about with Jimi Hendrix. I think it was called The Ultimate Experience or something like that. Well, here's a couple more things I have. And do you guys remember this? This is the actual OU812 tour program from this concert, OU812. And, of course, they gave this album this title to poke fun back at David Lee Roth, because when he came out with Eat 'Em and Smile, they thought this was a good, clever way to get back at him, and I thought that was pretty cool. But the cool story behind this is that actually went to this concert. It was my first Van Halen concert. What was it, 1987? And saw them in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'd bought this program. I got a T-shirt, and I bought this program. That's a good shot right there, Eddie and Sammy. Man, look how slim Sammy was then. Well, hell, we all were when we were younger, weren't we? And that's a good shot right there. And I bought a T-shirt and this program, and watched the show. It was awesome, of course. And went ahead and years later, when I moved or whatever, got out of my first marriage, I lost this thing. I don't remember what happened to it. I couldn't tell you. That's from the video When It's Love right there. And Sammy actually threw his voice out during that video shoot. They had to, I guess, do so many takes, and he threw his voice out. What I couldn't understand is why wouldn't he just lip sync with the vocal track? I don't know. I guess he didn't want to. I guess it, want to make it more realistic actually singing. I don't know. Mikey. Pint size of whiskey drinking Mikey. So yeah, I'd lost this book. So I went ahead and went online and ordered one again, just for keepsake. And let's see if you remember this album. Yeah, I'm not an album person per se. I just, I never was. But I got a few albums that I thought would be cool just to have, just for collector's items. And of course, I got this at Guitar Center. It's not a bad price, I don't believe. I don't think that was too bad. Van Halen 2, awesome album. It's just fantastic, Bottoms Up, Women in Love, Light Up the Sky, Beautiful Girls. Spanish Fly. Good God. What? Come on now. What else we got here? And I also have the first Van Halen album. I just wanted to get it on vinyl. Look, I know that's contradicting, and this was also a Guitar Center for $24.98. But I've actually never seen the physical album of the first Van Halen album, and that's why I wanted to get it. Look at that. Everybody remembers that classic pose of Dave. God almighty, how does he not break his back doing that? Well, yeah, man. When I heard this album, just like millions of other wannabe guitar players, look at there. Special thanks, Gene Simmons. Yep, if you follow Van Halen, you'll know where Gene Simmons comes into play. Another classic. Oh man, come on now. That's classic. Slow Hand. How can you not love Eric Clapton? I love Eric Clapton. Man, he's getting up there in age too. There's him and Patty Boyd, the former wife of George Harrison. Wow, talk about a weird kind of deal. I've always been brought up that you go by the bro club rules, If you got a buddy who's got a girlfriend and she's hot and all that stuff, and something happens, you don't mess with that girl because your buddy was with her. That's out of the bro code book. You don't do that. But apparently, to these guys, that doesn't matter. So, I don't know. But yeah, 1977, RSO Records. Of course, Lay Down Sally, Wonderful Tonight, classic, Cocaine. Just unbelievable album. And of course, Blackie has been sold at an auction years ago. Went for a lot of money, over $1 million. Here's something I wanted to share with you. Has anybody ever seen Keith Urban on HSN? Right? Do you remember this? If not, let me show it to you. This is the 30 Songs in 30 Days, the complete guitar experience. And they claimed that this by itself was worth, a couple $100. But you know how HSN does, man. They always play up everything. But this is a cool deal right here. It's got all these DVDs. And Keith Urban talks about, blah, 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 how he done it and everything. But this right here shows each DVD, this light, shows you, look, like Knocking on Heaven's Door, Put You in a Song, Wild Thing, Cop Car, Wanted Dead or Alive. He shows you how to play these songs, but here's the trick. Here's where they get you. I mean, yes, he is on there showing you how to play the songs. Here's some more. And then you got the whole other middle section right here. So you got all these DVDs. And I looked these up on YouTube. Jesus. Well, you're looking at them on YouTube. I looked this up on eBay one time just to see what people were selling this for. And they were going for $100. Every one of them. $100. But anyway, back to my story. Yes, Keith Urban is on here showing you how to play a song, but he's only on there for the first, like, for each song. Like, let's say you took this and you put it in your DVD player. You're going to see Keith Urban playing, and he's talking to you for like the first few minutes. He shows you the chords and how to do it, and then it goes to another guy who's in a band, and they play the song. You only see Keith Urban for a couple of minutes on the beginning of each song, so to me that was kind of a ripoff. I figured he was going to, actually show you the song and perform with his band and all that. That's why I got it. So I thought that's what he was going to do. Here's a great book if you're an Allman Brothers fan. This is a great book. I got this for Christmas last year, and actually, I have this audio book, and I've listened to it, and it's a pretty good book. Sized book. It's a good story. My granddaughter got me. There's a shot of them. The band next door to the hippie crash pad, Macon, Georgia, spring 1969. Wow. So long ago. That was a year before I was born. Wow. But it is a good book. Very good book. Allman Brothers. Always loved the Allman Brothers. Classic stuff, man. Groundbreaking songs. And, they said that they kicked off Southern rock, which Greg Allman, that's him right there when he was young. That's Dwayne Allman, of course. He passed away in the early 70s. There's Greg Allman right there. And, they say that they kicked off Southern rock. And Greg Allman never cared for that term. He didn't like the word Southern rock. He didn't consider them Southern rock. But it's kind of hard to argue that when Ramblin' Man came out. It's kind of country sounding, and, that's just what it is. And it's still called that genre today, Southern rock, But they played some awesome blues, too. That's what I like about them. Awesome band, man. The Allman Brothers, man. Well, folks, that's going to do it for me for today, for today's vlog. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it, you taking the time to watch these videos. It's really cool. I know it's nothing fancy, but I enjoy doing it. I have a good time, and it's fun. I let you see a part of my life every day, if it's just for a little bit, And so thanks for tuning in. If you've been tuning in, if you're just watching this for the first time, please subscribe. Leave some comments. Give me some thumbs ups. Give me some feedback, Do you like guitars? Do you like playing guitars? I can talk about that all day long, Van Halen, Star Wars, all that cool stuff. It's kind of hard to point when you're looking at a camera and, you don't know. Everything's backwards. So that's why I'm looking kind of, like I don't know what I'm doing, which I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Peace out. I got to go. I got to split. I got to get me something to eat. Get ready to go to work. Today is Thursday. It is technically, golly, I need to just go back and learn how to talk. Technically my Friday. And so this is it for me. If I can get the day over with, I'm off Friday and Saturday, and I start back Sunday. So, okay, take care. This is Joe for Joe Wentz Project. See you on the other side. Peace out.